Welcome to a 5-Play Friday. Today we'll go over 5 high school basketball rules to test your knowledge. See if you can get these 5 rules correct. Question 1. What are the 2 keys to identifying traveling violations? Traveling is one of the most difficult calls in high school basketball. The game happens fast, and there's a lot of pieces of information we need to know to identify a traveling violation correctly. But what are those 2 keys? Key number 1 is determining when the dribble ends. Key number 2 is identifying the pivot foot. We have to know both of these pieces of information to identify traveling violations correctly. And forget counting steps. Focus on that pivot foot. Question 2. How does a defender establish legal guarding position? This is a key to understanding if it's a block or a charge. So we have to know how legal guarding position is established. In high school basketball, a defender establishes legal position when they have 2 feet touching inbounds with the torso facing their opponent. Once they're legal, they can move laterally, they can move backwards. They just can't move into the ball handler when contact occurs. This is why we referee the defense. Understanding when a defender is legal or illegal helps with our criteria on whether an offensive or defensive foul has occurred. Question 3, what is a key consideration for a kicking violation? Is it a violation every single time the ball hits somebody's foot on the basketball court? What do you think? The answer is no. The kick must be intentional to be a violation. If the ball just inadvertently hits somebody's foot, or an offensive player tries to throw a pass and throws it into the defender's foot, no violation has occurred and play should continue. Remember, the ball is often going to hit players' feet or legs, but it has to be intentional for us to have a violation. Let's move on to number 4. What happens if opponents foul each other at the same time? Do we call foul on each player? Do we shoot free throws? Where's the ball put in bounds? Who gets the ball? What happens? Think you know? This is called a double foul. During a double foul, we go to the point of interruption. So whoever had the ball last, had team control of the ball, they're going to retain possession of the ball. So the throw-in is going to be awarded to that team with possession. We're not going to shoot any free throws. No points are going to be scored. So even if we have one team in the bonus and one team not in the bonus, we are never shooting free throws on a double foul. We want to try and get that first foul. You know, a lot of times as players are pushing and pulling, if we can figure out who instigates that contact and call the foul on the first player, that's going to help our game. And our last question of the day. What determines the direction of a team's basket to start the game? How do we know which direction the teams should go? Do you know the answer? Well, it's all based on where the benches are for the teams on the court. So the teams are going to warm up and then they're going to shoot during the first half at the basket opposite their team bench. So if you're facing the scorer's table, and the white team, the home team, is on the right-hand side of the scorer's table, they're going to be going towards the basket on the left side of the court to start the game. We want to make sure the teams are aligned correctly when the game starts at the jump ball so that we don't have to stop play and switch everybody around. Hope you enjoyed these 5 questions. And as always, SportDeck is your place to learn the game. With physical flashcards, digital flashcards, and other printable resources, it's your one-stop shop to get prepared for the upcoming season.